I saved his life that night. No, wait, that's not how it starts. It starts with a cake. Chocolate, orange, sea salt. It starts in his kitchen, his mansion, the night he announced his wedding to someone else. Pension Corvino, Upper East Side, 200 guests upstairs celebrating an engagement. Me? Downstairs in the industrial kitchen, alone, finishing the last dessert. The door opened. I turned. Dante Corvino walked in. 6'3", Tom Ford suit. Presence that swallowed oxygen. Behind him, Sofia Marchesi, supermodel. Dior dress. His fiancée. My blood stopped. I knew who he was. Everyone in New York knew. Don Corvino, head of the Corvino family. Mafia. You made the chocolate dessert. Not a question. A statement. My hands shook. Yes, sir. Was there a problem? He walked closer. 2 steps. I backed into the counter. He looked at me. Not at Sophia. At me. Like I was a code he needed to crack. Why that combination? Chocolate, orange, salt. I couldn't breathe. Sophia sighed. Checked her phone. Dante. People are waiting. He didn't look at her. Answer me. I force words out. The combination is contrast. Sweet and bitter. Smooth and rough. My voice shakes. Like love and pain together. I said too much. His eyes darken. Love and pain? It's just culinary metaphor. I'm sorry if it wasn't. It was perfect. Silent. I stare at him. Perfect? I haven't tasted something real in years. Sophia's heels click impatiently. Dante, 200 guests. We can't stay in the kitchen discussing dessert. He finally looks at her. Go. I'll be up in a moment. Her jaw tightens. 5 minutes. She leaves. The door closes. We're alone. Worse. What's your name? Lucia Santoro. I work at Le Musée. He nods. Memorizing. Why do you hide here? In kitchens. I don't hide. I work. Liar. I blink. Excuse me? You hide. I saw it in your dessert. All that passion. All that pain. You put it on a plate for others to feel. But you stay invisible. My throat closes. Because he's right. He steps closer. I'm trapped against the counter. You're not invisible to me. I can't breathe. You just announced your wedding. I know. To Sofia Marchesi. I know. Then why are you here? His eyes hold mine. Because that dessert made me feel something I haven't felt in years. And I needed to meet the person who created it. The door opens. Marco. His consigliere. Don Corvino. Your father is asking for you. The spell breaks. Dante steps back. But his eyes don't leave mine. This isn't the last time we'll see each other. He walks out. I stand there. Shaking. Not from fear. From something else entirely. I should have run then. I should have quit my job. Left New York. Disappeared. But I didn't. Because part of me, the part I'd been hiding my whole life, wanted to be seen. Even if the person seeing me was the most dangerous man in the city. Even if he belonged to someone else. I wanted it. God help me. I wanted it. 3 days passed. I tried to forget. Tried to focus on work. On the safety of my kitchen. But I kept seeing his eyes. The way he looked at me. Like I mattered. Like I was enough. No one had ever looked at me like that. My phone buzzed during prep. Unknown number. Lucia Santoro. I need to see you. Tonight, 10 p.m. I'll send a car. DC. My hands froze. DC. Dante Corvino. I should delete it. Block the number. I stared at the screen. Another text. This isn't an order. It's, please, please. From a man like him. Rare. Dangerous. I typed. Where? Immediate response. My driver will pick you up at your apartment. Marco. You can trust him. Me, how do you know where I live? Him. I know everything about you. I apologize for the invasion. It shouldn't be romantic. It was. 10 p.m. I changed out of my chef uniform. Jeans. Simple blouse. Nothing special. I'm not special. A black SUV waited outside my Astoria apartment. Marco stepped out. Opened the door. Signora Santoro. Don Corvino is expecting you. I got in. Tinted windows. Leather seats. Silence. Where are we going? Private property. Hamptons. That's an hour away. 45 minutes. The way I drive. I should tell him to turn around. I don't. Marco glanced at me in the rear view. I can take you back now. Just say the word. And him. He'll understand. Well, no, he won't understand. But he'll let you go. I stared out the window. Manhattan lights blurred past. I won't take you back, I whispered. The house appeared like something from a dream. Modern architecture. Glass and steel and wood, perched on a cliff, overlooking the ocean. Lit softly from within, waves crashed below. I stepped out. Salt air. Wind in my hair. Dante emerged from the house. No suit this time. White linen shirt. Sleeves rolled up. Dark jeans. Human, almost. You came. You said it wasn't an order. A ghost of a smile. I lied. You always had a choice. He led me inside. Open floor plan. Floor-to-ceiling windows facing the ocean. Minimalist furniture. Art on the walls. A table set for two. Candles. Wine. Intimate, but not cliché. Did you cook? No. Private chef. But he left an hour ago. Just us. Where are your guards? Perimeter. They won't bother us. He pulled out my chair. I sat. He poured wine. Expensive. I could tell by the bottle. Why am I here? His eyes met mine. Because I can't stop thinking about you. Heat flooded my face. You're getting married in 5 weeks. 5 weeks. Yeah. Do you love her? Sophia. No. Direct. Honest. Then why marry her? He swirled his wine. Arranged marriage. Old family traditions. You know how Italians are. I didn't, actually. But I nodded. My father expects it. Our families have been planning this for years. That sounds sad. Marrying without love. Most marriages in my world are like that. I sipped wine. Can't you just say no? His smile was bitter. It's not that simple. I wanted to ask why, but I'm good at not pushing. At avoiding conflict. So, what happens after 5 weeks? I marry her. We live our separate lives. She gets the Corvino name. I get whatever this is supposed to give me. And me, his hand covered mine on the table. Warm. Strong. I want every moment with you until then. After that, I don't know. I should pull my hand away. I don't. You're asking me to be your mistress. I'm asking you to be real with me. For 5 weeks, before I spend the rest of my life pinting. What if you fall in love with me? I already did. My breath caught. You don't know me. I know your art. Your art doesn't lie. I saw your soul in that dessert. No one had ever said anything like that to me. No one had ever seen me. This is crazy. Yes, it could end badly. Probably. 5 weeks isn't enough. It's what we have. I looked at our hands. His thumb traced circles on my palm. I thought about my life. 38 years old. Invisible. Safe. Alone. I thought about going back to that. Going back to hiding. Okay. His eyes widened. Okay. 5 weeks. But no one can know. No one will know. I promise. He stood. Walked around the table. Knelt in front of me. A powerful man on his knees. I can't promise you a future. I don't know how to fix this. But I can give you Honsi. And time. Until we don't have it anymore. I cupped his face. Rough stubble. Warm skin. 5 weeks, I whispered. He kissed my palm. 5 weeks. We didn't sleep together that night. We talked until dawn. About everything. About nothing. He told me about growing up in the family. The weight of expectations. The violence he'd seen. I told him about hiding. About believing I wasn't enough. About finding safety in kitchens where only my art mattered. You're more than your art, he said, as the sun rose over the ocean. You're more than your family, I replied. He kissed me then, soft, reverent, like I was something precious, like I mattered. I'd waited 38 years to feel like this. I'd wait 38 more if I had to. But I only had 5 weeks. 5 weeks before he married someone else. 5 weeks before I went back to being invisible. I'd take it. God help me. I'd take every second. Week 1. We fell into a rhythm. Secret. Dangerous. Perfect. He'd send Marco to pick me up after my shifts. Midnight. 1 a.m. We'd go to the beach house. Or sometimes his penthouse in Tribeca. separate from the family mansion. A space that was his, just his. We'd cook together. He was surprisingly good. My grandmother taught me, he explained, chopping onions with precision. Before she died, before everything got complicated, I taught him to make my chocolate cake. He failed 3 times. I laughed each time. He stared at me like my laugh was magic. You should do that more. What? Laugh. Be happy. Stop hiding. I'm not hiding when I'm with you. I know. That's why I'm addicted. Week 2. I met him at the Met during operating hours. Strangers in a crowd. He texted, Egyptian wing, 2nd floor. I found him studying a sarcophagus. No guards visible. But I knew they were there. Fancy meeting you here, I said. He didn't smile, but his eyes did. I needed to see you. Even like this. Like what? Pretending we don't know each other. We walked through the galleries. Separate, but close enough that our hands almost touched. I have to go to wedding appointments, he said quietly. Cake tasting. With her. Jealousy stabbed through me. It means nothing. It means you're marrying her. Not in any way. That matters. We stopped in front of a Caravaggio. Dark and violent and beautiful. 3 weeks left, I whispered. I know. What happens after? He didn't answer. Because he didn't know. Neither did I. Week 3. He canceled on me twice. Family business, Marco said when he called. Don Corvino apologizes. Business, which meant violence. Blood, things he wouldn't tell me about. Things that reminded me. I don't belong in his world. I went back to my apartment. Alone. Cooked for myself. The cake felt empty without him. There to fail at making it. My phone rang. 2 a.m. Lucia. His voice. Rough. Exhausted. Are you okay? I needed to hear your voice. Where are you? Somewhere I can't leave yet. But I'm thinking about you. Dante. 2 weeks. That's all we have left. My chest ached. I know. I don't know how to let you go. Then don't. Silence. It's not that simple. It never was. Page 6 ran a photo. Dante and Sophia at a charity gala. His hand on her waist. Her smile perfect. The caption, Corvino Marchesi wedding of the year. Just 10 days away. I stared at the photo in Lamuse's break room. You okay, Lucia? My sous chef asked. Fine. Just tired. I wasn't fine. That night, when Marco picked me up, I was quiet. Dante knew immediately. What's wrong? I showed him the photo. He barely glanced at it. It means nothing. You had your hand on her waist. For the cameras. That's all. It looked real. It wasn't. He cupped my face. This is real. You and me. He kissed me. Deep. Desperate. I kissed him back. But the photo stayed in my mind. 1 week before the wedding. He was distant. Distracted. We were at the beach house. But he kept checking his phone. What's wrong? Nothing. Liar. He looked at me. Tired. Strained. Wedding details. My father wants everything perfect. For your fake marriage. Lucia. No. I get it. I knew what this was. 5 weeks. It's been 4.5. I stood. Wrapped my arms around myself. I didn't think it would hurt this much. Then leave. I turned. What? He stood too. Jaw tight. Leave. Now. Before this gets worse. You're pushing me away. I'm trying to protect you. From what? From me. From this world. From everything that's coming. I'd never heard him yell. What's coming, Dante? It's just a wedding. You marry her. I go back to my life. That's it. He laughed. Bitter. Broken. You don't understand. Then explain it to me. I can't. Why not? Because if you knew the truth, you'd run. And I'm selfish enough that I don't want you to. Tears burned my eyes. The truth about what? He crossed to me. Gripped my shoulders. The truth is, I don't want to marry her. I want to marry you. But I can't. And you need to accept that. Why can't you? Because his phone rang. Marco's name. He answered. Listened. His face went hard. I'll be there. He hung up. I have to go. Dante, stay here tonight. Please. I'll be back by morning. He kissed my forehead and left. I stood in his beautiful house, waves crashing outside, and cried. Because I was in love with a man who would never be mine. Because in 1 week, he'd marry someone else. And I'd go back to being invisible. The girl who hid in kitchens. The girl no one chose. Except for 5 weeks. Someone did choose me. And it was the worst and best thing that ever happened. I fell asleep on his couch, woke to him carrying me to bed. I'm sorry, he whispered. I pretended to sleep. Felt him kiss my temple. I'm so sorry, Lucia. For what? I didn't know, but the pain in his voice made my heart break. He lay down beside me, fully clothed, just holding me. 1 week, he whispered into my hair. 1 week until he married Sofia Marchesi. 1 week until this dream ended. 1 week until I learned the truth. That his wedding wasn't just a ceremony. It was a treaty, a peace agreement between families. And I was the thing that could destroy it all. But I didn't know that yet. I was still innocent, still hopeful, still in love with a man who was about to ruin me. Or save me. I didn't know which. Week 4, Thursday night. Come to the Hamptons for the weekend, Dante said. We were at his Tribeca penthouse, tangled in sheets after hours of forgetting the world existed. Both days? Yes. Just us. No interruptions. No family. No business. 2 weeks until the wedding. 14 days left. Okay. His smile was rare. Beautiful. Pack a bag. Marco will pick you up tomorrow after your shift. The beach house looked different in daylight. Warm. Inviting. Less like a secret and more like a home. I stocked the kitchen, Dante said, carrying my bag inside. Thought you might want to cook. I looked. Professional-grade equipment. Ingredients I'd mentioned. Loving. He'd been paying attention. To everything. Thank you. He set my bag down. Pulled me close. I want this weekend to be perfect. It already is. We kissed. Soft. Then deeper. He pulled back. There's something I need to tell you. My stomach dropped. What? The wedding. It's in 2 weeks. I know. And after. Don't. Please. Let's not think about after. Not this weekend. He searched my face. Okay. This weekend, there is no after. Just now. Just now, I agreed. I woke to sun pouring through windows. Dante was already awake. Watching me. You're staring. Can't help it. I blushed. Even after everything, I still blushed. Come to the beach with me. I froze. What? The beach. It's beautiful today. Warm. Private. Private meant no one to judge me. But also meant he'd see me. Really see me. I don't have a swimsuit. There are some in your closet. I had Isabella pick them up. Of course he did. Dante, you don't have to. But I want to swim with you. I went to the closet. 5 swimsuits. All designer. All my size. All would show my body. My too big body. My not like Sophia body. Panic clawed up my throat. I came downstairs in jeans and a t-shirt. He was on the deck in swim trunks. Looking like something from a magazine. Tan muscled. Perfect. And me, not perfect. Where's your suit? I'm not comfortable. His face softened. Lucia, you don't understand. Then help me understand. I sat on the deck stairs. He sat beside me. I've spent my whole life hiding. In kitchens. Behind chef coats. Alone. You're not alone anymore. You're marrying a supermodel in 2 weeks. There it was. The thing I hadn't said. And I'm not that. He turned me to face him. Do you think I want you because you look like Sophia? I don't know what you want. I want you. The woman who pours her soul into a dessert. Who laughs when I burn pasta. Who's brilliant and scared and real. I'm fat, Dante. I said it. Finally. The word I'd been avoiding. He didn't flinch. And you're not. And she's not. And everyone will see. I don't care. He stood. Come swim with me, now. His tone shifted. Commanding. Mafia boss, not boyfriend. No, Lucia. I said no. We stared at each other. Why do you do that? I asked quietly. Do what? Order me around. Like I'm one of your soldiers. His jaw tightened. You do. And I know it's who you are. But I need you to hear me when I say no. Silence. The ocean crashed below. You're right. He sat back down. I'm sorry. I need time. How much time? I don't know. He took my hand. I'm going swimming. Join me or don't. But know this, when I look at you, I don't see flaws. I see the most beautiful woman I've ever known. He walked down to the beach, dove into the waves. I watched him swim, strong, confident, free. I wanted that, to be free. I went upstairs, stared at the swimsuits, chose the most conservative one piece, black, still showed everything I wanted to hide. I put it on, looked in the mirror, wanted to cry, but then I thought, he chose me. Not Sophia. Me. Maybe I'm enough. I walked down to the beach. Slowly. He was floating on his back, eyes closed. Peaceful. I stepped into the water, cold. Shocking. He heard the splash, stood, saw me. His face. God. His face, like I was a miracle. Lucia. I wrapped my arms around myself. Don't stare. He swam to me. Can't help it. I know I'm not. He kissed me, deep, urgent, tasting like salt and sun. When he pulled back, you are everything. We swam together. He held me when waves came, made me laugh when I got water in my nose, told me I was beautiful until I almost believed it. For one afternoon, I forgot to hide. For one afternoon, I was just me, and it was enough. Dinner on the deck. I cooked, he helped. Pasta, simple, perfect. Wine, stars, ocean breeze. 2 weeks, I said. He set down his fork. Lucia, no, let me talk. I took a breath. I love you. His eyes closed. Pained. I love you, I continued. And I know you love me. But you're still going to marry her. I have to. Why? Just tell me why, please. Because if I don't, people die. My blood went cold. What? He stood, paced. The wedding. It's not just a wedding. It's a treaty. Between our families. We've been at war for 20 years. War? Territorial. Bloody. Brutal. This marriage ends it. Brings peace. I stood too. So if you cancel, it starts again. The killing. The violence. Hundreds of people. Maybe more. Oh God. Oh God. Why didn't you tell me? Because I didn't want you to know. I didn't want you to feel guilty. Or scared. I wanted these 5 weeks with you before reality destroyed everything. My legs shook. I sat. So this whole time, I've been stealing moments before I have to do my duty. And me? What am I? Everything I want and can never have. I laughed. Bitter. Broken. So you made me fall in love with you knowing it was impossible. I didn't mean to. Bullshit. I stood. You knew. From the beginning. You knew you'd break my heart. And you did it anyway. Because I'm selfish. Because 5 weeks with you was worth any pain after. For you, maybe. But what about me? I know. No, you don't. You get to be the tragic hero. Sacrificing love for duty. Very noble. My voice broke. And I get to be the idiot who believed she could be chosen. That she could be enough. You are enough. Not enough to fight for. That landed. He flinched like I'd hit him. That's not fair. None of this is fair. Tears streamed down my face. You said you loved me, but love means fighting. And you're not fighting. You're just giving up. I'm not giving up. I'm trying to keep people alive. What about me? What about keeping us alive? Silence. Waves crashed. He had no answer. Because there wasn't one. I walked inside. Started packing. He followed. Don't go, please. I can't do this. Lucia. You want me at your wedding. To watch you marry her. To be your dirty little secret after. And I'm supposed to be okay with that, because it's for the greater good. I never said. You didn't have to. I zipped my bag. He grabbed my hand. 1 more week. That's all we have. Don't waste it being angry. I pulled free. I'm not angry. I'm heartbroken. There's a difference. I called Marco. I need a ride. Now. Dante watched me leave. Didn't stop me. Because he knew. I was right. And he hated it. Marco drove me back to the city in silence. When we arrived at my apartment, he loves you. You know that. Love isn't enough, Marco. Sometimes it's all we have. I got out, climbed my stairs, went back to my empty apartment. My empty life, where I belonged. 10 days before the wedding, I didn't answer his calls, deleted his texts, unread, threw out the flowers, work, kitchen. Hi, the old pattern. Safe, numb, alone. Day 3 of silence. Marco appeared at Lemieux's. He's miserable. Good. Lucia. What do you want, Marco? He pulled out an envelope. Heavy paper. Expensive. From him. I took it. Waited until Marco left to open it. Inside. A letter. Handwritten. Lucia. I'm not good with words. I'm better at violence. Control. Taking what I want. But I can't take you. You're not something to possess. You're someone to earn. And I haven't earned you. You're right. I didn't fight for us. I let duty dictate my life. But watching you leave broke something in me. I don't know how to fix this. I don't know if I can. But I know I can't marry her without seeing you one more time. Come to the wedding. I know it's cruel. I know it's too much to ask. But I need you there. Please. After that, if you want me gone, I'm gone. But give me that. One last goodbye. I love you. Dan. I read it 5 times. Then I did something stupid. I Googled Corvino Marchese wedding. Hundreds of results. Society pages. Photos. Speculation. Then one article caught my eye. Corvino Marchese Alliance. Peace treaty or powder keg. I clicked. The upcoming marriage between Dante Corvino, 35, and Sofia Marchese, 27, represents more than a society wedding. For those familiar with New York's organized crime landscape, this union signals the end of a 2-decade territorial war between the Corvino and Marchese families. Sources close to both organizations suggest the marriage was negotiated as a peace treaty following the 2023 Brooklyn warehouse massacre that left 12 dead. The alliance promises to unite territories, share resources, and end the bloodshed that has defined this rivalry. However, insiders warn the peace is fragile. Any disruption to the wedding could reignite violence on an unprecedented scale. This isn't just about 2 people, said one anonymous source. This is about whether we have peace or war. The stakes couldn't be higher. My hands shook. I set down my phone. Warehouse massacre. 12 dead. Peace or war. He wasn't exaggerating. He was telling the truth. I called Marco. Is it real? The article? Silence. Marco. Yes. All of it. My breath caught. So if he cancels, people die. Lots of people. The families have been itching for an excuse to restart the war. Canceling this wedding would be that excuse. Oh God. Now you understand why he can't choose you. But he wants to. With everything he has. But wanting isn't enough. I sat in my apartment, the letter in one hand, my phone in the other. He was trapped. We both were. I texted. I'll come to the wedding. Immediate response. Thank you. Then. Can I see you? Before? Me. Why? Him. Because I need to look at you without a crowd. One more time. I shouldn't. I typed. When? Beach house. Midnight. He was waiting on the deck when I arrived. No guards visible. But I knew they were there. Always there. You came. You knew I would. He smiled. Sad. I hoped. We sat. Ocean breeze. Star. I brought ingredients. I said. I want to make the cake. With you. One last time. We worked in his kitchen. My hands measured flour. His added chocolate. He still messed up. I fixed it. Like always. I'm going to miss this. He said quietly. Me too. The cake baked. We sat. On the counter. Waiting. Tell me about after. I said. After? After the wedding. What happens? He took my hand. I marry Sofia. We live together. Publicly. For appearances. Do you... Will you? No. She knows this is business. We have separate lives. Separate rooms. And me. He turned to me. That's your choice. What do you mean? I meant what I said in the letter. If you want to stay in my life, I'll find a way. Hidden. Secret. Wrong. But a way. As your mistress. As the woman I love who I can't marry. I pulled my hand away. That's not enough. I know. I deserve more. You deserve everything. The timer dinged. Cake ready. We pulled it out. Perfect. Golden. Fragrant. Beautiful. We each took a bite. It tastes like us. I whispered. Sweet with pain. We stood there. In his kitchen. Eating cake. Crying. Both of us. Stay tonight. He said. Dante. I know it's selfish. I know it's wrong. But I have 2 days before I promise myself to someone else. Let me have this. I should say no. I said, Okay. We made love like it was the last time. Because it was. Slow, desperate, memorizing every touch. After, tangled in sheets. What if I don't go? I whispered. To the wedding. Then I'll miss you every second. What if you don't marry her? Then people die. What if I can't let you go? His arms tightened. Then we'll both suffer. But you'll be alive. And that matters more. Morning came too fast. He kissed me awake. Marco's waiting. He'll take you home. This is it. This is it. I dressed. Packed. At the door. I turned. Do you love her? Even a little? No. I respect her. But I don't love her. Do you love me? More than anything. Then why does it feel like you're choosing her? Because I am. But not for the reasons you think. I left. Didn't look back. If I did, I'd stay. And staying would only make it hurt more. The envelope came the next day. Wedding invitation. Formal. Elegant. Beautiful. You are cordially invited to witness the marriage of Sofia Marchesi and Dante Corvino. Witness. I'd be witnessing the end of everything. I texted him. I'll be there. Him. Front row. Left side. Marco will show you. Me. Why front row? Him, because I need to see you. To remember what I'm losing. Me. That's cruel. Him. I know, but I'm a selfish man. One day until the wedding, I picked out a dress. Simple. Black. Mourning appropriate. Because that's what this was. A funeral. For us. For what we could have been. I'd go. I'd watch him marry her. And then I'd leave. Back to my kitchen. My hiding place. Where I belonged. Alone. The day of the wedding. I woke at dawn. Couldn't sleep. Couldn't eat. Just stared at the black dress hanging on my closet door. Mourning clothes. For a funeral I had to attend. St. Patrick's Cathedral. Marco picked me up at 3. You don't have to do this, he said. Yes, I do. Why? Because he asked me to. Marco nodded. Understood. We drove in silence. The cathedral was massive. Gothic. Imposing. Beautiful. 500 guests arriving. Designer gowns. Expensive suits. Security everywhere. I felt small. Invisible again. Good. Marco led me through a side entrance. This way. Your seat. Front row. Left side. Just like Dante promised. I sat. Waited. Watched the cathedral fill with New York's elite. People who belonged here. Unlike me, Sophia's family entered first. The Marchesis. 20 people. All dressed in white and gold. Antonio Marchesi led them. Sophia's father. Tall. Silver hair. Cold eyes. A man who'd killed for power. Who'd negotiate with his daughter's life. For peace. They sat on the right side. Opposite me. Then the Corvinos. Dante's family. His father. Vittorio. Patriarch. Older than Antonio. But just as dangerous. His mother. Vittoria. Ice Queen in Chanel. Siblings. Cousins. Soldiers. An empire. In human form. They filled the left side. All of them staring at the altar. Waiting for the treaty to be signed. In blood and vows. 4 o'clock. The organ began. Everyone stood. I turned. Sophia appeared at the entrance. She was perfect. Vera Wang. Diamonds. Veil like a cloud. A goddess. Everything I wasn't. She walked down the aisle. Slowly. Gracefully. Everyone watched her. Except me. I watched him. Dante stood at the altar. Custom tuxedo. Black. Sharp. Hands clasped in front of him. Face blank. But I knew him now. I could see the pain. The resignation. The death of something that mattered. Our eyes met, just for a second. And I saw it. I'm sorry. I love you. I have no choice. All of it in one look. Then Sophia reached him. She took his hand. He turned to face her. And I became invisible again. The ceremony began. Priest talking. Latin and English. Words about love and honor and forever. All lies. This wasn't love. This was business. I should leave. Should walk out. But I stayed. Because he asked me to. Because I loved him enough to watch him break me. If anyone objects to this union, speak now or forever hold your peace. Silence. 500 people, holding their breath. I could say something. I could stand up. Object. Ruin everything. Start a war. Kill hundreds. I stayed silent. Stayed invisible. like always. Dante Corvino. Do you take Sofia Marchesi to be your lawfully wedded wife? Pause. Too long. Everyone felt it. He looked at her. At Sofia. Then his eyes drifted. To me. One last time. I do. 2 words that destroyed everything. Sofia Marchesi. Do you take Dante Corvino to be your lawfully wedded husband? She didn't hesitate. I do. She wanted this. The name. The power. The empire. She got it. By the power vested in me, I now pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss the bride. He kissed her. Chaste. Breathe. For show. Everyone applauded. I couldn't breathe. They walked back down the aisle. Married. United. The treaty signed. Peace achieved. And me. Shattered. I stood to leave. Fast. Before anyone saw me cry. But someone blocked my path. A woman. 50s. Elegant. Dangerous. Lucia Santoro? I froze. Yes. I'm Vittoria Corvino. Dante's mother. Oh God. I should go. Her hand gripped my arm. Firm. Walk with me. Now. Not a request. She led me out a side door. Into a private chapel. Empty. 2 guards followed. Closed the doors. We were alone. You're the chef, she said. Yes. The one my son has been seeing. My heart stopped. I don't know what. Don't lie. I've known for weeks. She circled me. You're not what I expected. I'm sorry. You should be. Do you know what you've done? Nothing. We haven't. You made him fall in love with you. Her voice was ice. Right before the most important alliance of his life. Tears burned. I didn't mean to. Intent doesn't matter. Results do. She stopped in front of me. The Marcheses know. My blood went cold. What? Not about you specifically. But they know Dante's been distracted. Distant. Antonio suspects another woman. Does Sofia? Sofia doesn't care. She wants the name. But Antonio. Vittoria's eyes hardened. He's using it as leverage. Renegotiating terms. Demanding more territory. More control. Because of me? Because my son was weak enough to fall in love. The word love sounded like poison from her mouth. He loves you. I whispered. I know. That's the problem. She pulled something from her purse. An envelope. Inside is a check. $500,000. And a plane ticket. Paris. One way. Leaves tonight. She held it out. Take it. Disappear. Let him honor his commitment. I stared at the envelope. And if I don't, her smile was cruel. Then the Marcheses will find out about you. And they'll kill you. Publicly. Brutally. To teach Dante a lesson about loyalty. You'd let them kill me. To protect my family? To maintain peace? Yes. She pushed the envelope into my hands. You have until midnight. After that, my protection ends. She walked to the door. Stopped. He'll get over you eventually. They all do. She left. I stood there, holding $500,000 and a death sentence. I returned to the reception. Grand ballroom, Pierre Hotel. 1,000 guests now. Music, dancing, champagne. Dante and Sofia at the head table, playing the perfect couple. I stayed in the shadows, watching. Marco found me. You need to leave. I know. Now, Lucia. Antonio's men are asking questions. What kind of questions? About who you are. Why you're here. How you know the family. Fear spiked. Did you tell them? I said you're a vendor. Potential pastry chef for family events. But they're not stupid. A man approached. Tall. Scarred. Marchesi colors. Excuse me, miss. Mr. Marchesi would like a word. My heart stopped. Marco stepped between us. She's with the Corvino family. Not available. Not asking permission. The man reached for my arm. Marco's hand went to his waistband. Where his gun was. Touch her and this becomes a problem. Tension exploded. Other men moved in. Corvino. Marchesi. A standoff in the middle of a wedding reception. Dante saw. Stood abruptly. Crossed the room. Fast. Is there a problem? The Marchesi soldier backed off. Just trying to have a conversation, Don Corvino. With this woman. Your mother seemed concerned about her. Dante's jaw tightened. He looked at me. I saw the calculation. The danger. She's nobody. A vendor. Marco, escort her out. Nobody. The word hit like a slap. But I understood. He was protecting me. The only way he could. Marco grabbed my arm, started leading me toward the exit, but Antonio Marchesi stepped into our path. Not so fast. He looked at me, then at Dante. Your mother says you've been distracted, Figlio, before the wedding. During negotiations, Dante's face was stone. Wedding planning is tedious. Is that all it was? What are you implying? Antonio circled. Shark in water. I'm implying that if you dishonored my daughter, if you dishonored this alliance, there will be consequences. I married her. The alliance stands. But do you love her? Silence. Everyone watching now. Sophia, at the head table. Pale. Vittoria. Worried. The families. Waiting. Love wasn't part of the agreement. Dante said finally. Antonio laughed. Cold. No. But loyalty was. And I wonder, where does your loyalty truly lie? He looked directly at me. Who is she? Dante didn't flinch. No one. A chef Marco is interviewing. Then she won't mind answering a few questions. He stepped toward me. Dante moved faster. Blocked him. You have your treaty. Your territory. Your daughter married into the Corvino name. Don't push for more. Antonio's eyes glittered. Dangerous. I'm not pushing. I'm protecting my investment. By threatening vendors. By ensuring loyalty. The room was silent now. Guns would be drawn soon. Sophia stood. Walked to Dante. Took his arm. Papa. Stop. It's my wedding day. Please. Her voice was steady. But I heard the fear. She knew if this exploded, the war would start here. Now, hundreds dead before sunrise. Antonio looked at his daughter. At Dante. At me. This conversation isn't over. He walked away. The tension broke. Music resumed. People pretended nothing happened. But everything had changed. Marco pulled me into a service hallway. You need to go. Now. The Marcheses know something. What do they know? Enough to make you a target. Dante appeared. Alone. Closed the distance between us. Are you okay? I laughed. Bitter. You just called me nobody. To protect you. From what? Your wife's family. He flinched at wife. From everything. Lucia. You need to disappear. Tonight. Your mother already told me. 500,000. Paris. One way. He closed his eyes. She gave you the money? And a death threat. Then take it. Please. Get on that plane. And you? What about you? I'll be fine. Will you? He didn't answer. Because we both knew he'd be trapped in a marriage he didn't want, with a family watching his every move for the rest of his life. I stepped closer. Come with me. He stared. What? Come with me. To Paris. Right now. Lucia. We'll disappear. Together. Start over. Fuck the families. Fuck the war. People will die. People are already dying. You're dying. I'm dying. What's the difference? Hundreds of innocent. I know. My voice broke. I know. And I hate it. But I'm asking anyway. Tears streamed down my face. Choose me. Just once. Choose me. He cupped my face. Wiped my tears. If I could choose, it would be you. Every time. Then do it. I can't. Why not? Because I'm not brave enough to let that many people die for my happiness. The door burst open. 3 Marchesi soldiers. Don Marchesi wants the woman. Now. Dante moved in front of me. No. She's a security risk. Needs to be questioned. She's under Corvino protection. Is she? The lead soldier smiled. Because it looks like she's nobody. You said so yourself. Dante's hand went to his gun. Marco already had his out. But we were outnumbered. 5 more Marchesi appeared. This was it. War. Right here. Right now. Because of me. Stop. I stepped out from behind Dante. I'll go. I'll answer your questions. Lucia. No. It's okay. I looked at him. It's over anyway. I walked toward the soldiers. Dante grabbed my arm. Spun me around. Kissed me. In front of everyone. In front of the soldiers who'd report back. In front of Marco who'd tried to protect us. He kissed me like the world was ending. Because it was. When he pulled back. I love you. I'm sorry. I love you. The soldiers grabbed me. Started pulling me away. Dante. Marco held him back. Don't. If you fight now, everyone dies. I was dragged down the hallway. Last image of him, on his knees. Marco holding him back, destroying himself to save hundreds, sacrificing me to maintain peace. I didn't blame him. I understood. But understanding didn't make it hurt less. They took me to a private room. Antonio Marchesi waited. Sit. I sat. Who are you? Nobody. He slapped me. I tasted blood. Try again. Who are you to Dante Corvino? A chef. Just a chef. Chefs don't get kissed like that. I said nothing. He leaned close. I'm going to find out. And when I do, you'll wish you'd talked. The door opened. Vittoria Corvino entered, with 10 soldiers. She's mine, Antonio. She's a threat to the Alliance. She's leaving. Tonight. And you'll never see her again. Antonio considered. If she ever comes back, she won't. He looked at me. You heard that? Come back and you die. I nodded. They released me to Vittoria. She walked me outside. To a car. Engine running. The driver will take you to JFK. The plane boards in 2 hours. Get on it. And Dante? Forget him. He chose his path. Did he? Or did you choose for him? Her face was ice. I chose survival. For all of us. You should be grateful. I'm not. You will be. When you're alive and he's coping. She walked away. I got in the car. Driver pulled away from the hotel. I looked back. The wedding. The lights. The life I couldn't have. And Dante. Somewhere inside. Married. Trapped. Lost to me forever. I didn't get on the plane. I sat in JFK for 3 hours, staring at the gate. Boarding calls came and went. Final call. The gate closed. I stayed in my seat. I couldn't leave. Not like this. Not without knowing he was okay. Even if okay meant married to someone else. I took a taxi back to Queens. My apartment. Cold. Empty. Small. But mine. I collapsed on my bed. And cried until I had nothing left. I didn't go to work. Didn't answer calls. Didn't eat. Just stayed in bed. Staring at the ceiling. Replaying everything. His kiss at the wedding. His face when they took me. The way he said, I love you like a goodbye. Marco called 12 times. I finally answered. You were supposed to be in Paris. I couldn't go. Lucia. The march ceased. I know. I'm staying in my apartment. I won't go near him. I promise. Silence. He's not doing well. My heart clenched. What do you mean? He's different. Shut down. Goes through the motions. But he's not there. And Sophia knows something's wrong. Doesn't ask. Maybe doesn't want to know. Is he safe? Physically? Yes. But Marco didn't finish. He didn't need to. 1 week after the wedding, I went back to work. Head down. Focus on cooking. Don't think. Don't feel. Just create. But everything I made tasted wrong. My sous chef noticed. You okay, chef? Fine. I wasn't fine. I was dying inside. During prep, my phone buzzed. Unknown number. Against every instinct. I opened it. I miss you. My hands shook. I should delete it. Block the number. I typed, you're married. Him. I know. Me. Then don't text me. Him. I can't help it. Me. Try harder. I blocked the number. Cried in the walk-in freezer. A package arrived at my apartment 2 weeks after. No return address. Inside, a letter. His handwriting. Lucia. I know I have no right to contact you. I know you hate me. I hate myself. The wedding was 3 weeks ago. Feels like 3 years. I go to bed every night in a room down the hall from my wife. And I dream of you. I wake up reaching for you. You're not there. You'll never be there. And it's my fault. I chose duty over love. I chose peace over happiness. I chose everyone else over us. And now I have peace. Territory united. Families cooperating. No bloodshed. But I'm dying anyway. Just slower. I don't expect forgiveness. I don't expect you to answer. But I needed you to know. Choosing you would have started a war. But losing you is killing me. Just as surely. I love you. I'll always love you. Even if I never see you again. Because when fate whispers, I read it 50 times. Then I did something I needed to do. For me. Not for him. For me. I looked in the mirror. Really looked. At my body. My face. My life. And I thought. I spent 28 years hiding. Believing I wasn't enough. Then a man saw me, really saw me, and for 5 weeks, I believed I could be loved. But when it mattered, when it counted, he still didn't choose me. I took a breath. But maybe that's okay, because the problem isn't me. The problem is I've been waiting for someone else to tell me I'm worthy, to give me permission to exist, to take up space, and that's not how it works. I quit Lemieux's the next day. I'm opening my own place, I told the owner. Your own restaurant? A patisserie. Small. Mine. That takes capital. I had Victoria's check. $500,000. Blood money. But mine now. I have it. I found a space in Brooklyn. Small storefront. Big windows. Affordable rent. I signed the lease. Named it Invisible. Because I wasn't anymore. I gutted the space. Painted walls. Installed equipment. Designed the menu. Every day. I worked 14 hours. 16. 20. Building something that was mine. Not hiding in someone else's kitchen. Creating my own. Marco came by. He knows you're still in New York. Is that a problem? He wants to see you. No. Lucia. No, Marco. Tell him no. He's miserable. So am I. But I'm building something. And if I see him, I'll fall apart. Marco nodded. Understood. For what it's worth. I'm proud of you. For what? For choosing yourself. He left. I kept working. 1 month after the wedding, I opened Invisible. Soft opening. Friends only. 10 people. Small menu. Simple. But mine. Every bite was me. No hiding behind someone else's vision. This was my voice. My art. My choice. After everyone left, I sat alone in my patisserie, surrounded by my creations. And I felt it. For the first time in my life. I'm enough. With or without him. With or without anyone. I'm enough. I cried. But this time, not from pain. From relief. From freedom. From finally understanding. I don't need to be chosen to matter. I choose myself. And that's enough. But then my phone rang. Marco, you need to come. Now. Why? It's Dante. My heart stopped. What happened? The Marcheses. They found out about the texts. The letters. Oh God. There's going to be a sit-down. Tomorrow night. Antonio's demanding answers. That's not my problem anymore. Lucia. If he admits to the affair, if he admits he loves you, they'll kill you. To punish him. To prove a point. My blood went cold. What do I do? Disappear. For real this time. Or, you could save him. How? Come to the sit-down. Tell them it meant nothing. That you were a fling, nothing serious. Convince them he's loyal to Sophia. You want me to lie. I want you to live. I had 12 hours to decide. Run. Save myself. Or stay. Save him. Even after everything. I knew what I'd choose. Because love isn't just about being chosen. It's about choosing. Even when it hurts. The sit-down was in a warehouse. Neutral territory. Brooklyn docks. Midnight. Marco drove me. You don't have to do this. Yes, I do. Why? Because he sacrificed everything for peace. Now it's my turn. Inside. 2 long tables. Corvinos on one side. Marcheses on the other. 20 men each. Armed. Dante at the head of the Corvino table. He saw me enter. Stood. Shocked. What is she doing here? Antonio Marchesi smiled. Cold. She's the guest of honor. Sit down. Figlio. Dante looked at me. Desperate. Run. Please run. I shook my head. Stayed. They sat me in the middle. Between the tables. On display. Antonio circled me. Lucia Santoro. Chef. Nobody. Except. He pulled out papers. Phone records. Dante Corvino called you 47 times in 5 weeks before his wedding. He was hiring me. Shut up. I'm not done. He dropped more papers. Witnesses place you at his Tribeca penthouse. Multiple times. I was consulting. At midnight? At 2 a.m.? Silence. And the beach house. Neighbors reported a woman matching your description. 5 separate weekends. Oh God. They knew everything. Antonio turned to Dante. So, explain. Were you fucking her before the wedding or not? Vittoria stood. Antonio, this is... Answer the question. Everyone tensed. Guns would be drawn soon. Dante met Antonio's eyes. Yes. Sophia gasped. The room exploded. Marchesi soldiers stood. Weapons out. Corvino's soldiers matched them. Sit down, Vittorio Corvino roared. Everyone sit. They did. Barely. Antonio's face was red. You dishonored my daughter. I married her. After betraying her. The agreement was marriage, not fidelity before. Don't play semantics with me, boy. Antonio grabbed my arm, pulled me up. This woman. Do you love her? Dante looked at me. I shook my head. Lie. Please lie. Answer me. Yes. No. No, no, no. Do you love her more than my daughter? Yes. Sophia made a sound. Broken. Then why did you marry Sophia? For the alliance. For peace. For everyone in this room. And now, if you could choose. Dante stood. I'd choose Lucia. Every time. Antonio threw me aside. Pulled his gun. Pointed it at Dante. You dishonor my family. My daughter. Our agreement. Give me one reason not to end this alliance with your blood. Dante didn't flinch. Because killing me starts a war. You'll lose. Maybe. But you'll be dead. Do it then. He was giving up. I saw it. He'd rather die than live this lie. No. I stepped between them. Antonio's gun now pointed at me. Move, girl. No. Lucia. Dante grabbed my arm. I shook him off. Faced Antonio. You want the truth? Here it is. I'm nobody. A chef. I made a dessert. Dante tasted it and became obsessed. Obsessed, Antonio repeated. Yes, he pursued me. I said no. He persisted. For weeks. Lie after lie. He offered me money. Gifts. I refused. But he kept coming. I looked at Dante. Forgive me. Then he told me about the wedding. About the alliance. And I realized he was using me. A distraction. One last thrill before settling down. That's not. Dante started. Shut up, Antonio snapped. I continued. I ended it. 3 days before the wedding. Told him I wouldn't be his mistress. Then why did he kiss you? At the wedding? Because he was drunk. Emotional. Saying goodbye to his single life. I turned to Sophia. He doesn't love me. He never did. I was convenient. Available. Stupid enough to believe him. Tears in my eyes. Real ones. But he chose you. He married you. And these past weeks? The text? The letters? Those were him feeling guilty. Trying to apologize. I faced Antonio again. Your son-in-law is loyal. He made a mistake. But he corrected it. He married your daughter. Honored the agreement. And you expect me to believe that? I expect you to see the truth. He's here. With his wife. Building your alliance. I'm nobody. A mistake he's trying to forget. Silence. Antonio studied me. You're lying. I'm not. He said he loved you. Men say a lot of things. Doesn't make them true. I looked at Dante. Saw the pain. Saw him understand what I was doing. I'm saving you. Accept it. Antonio lowered his gun. Fine. But she disappears. Tonight. Forever. Agreed, Vittoria said quickly. And if she ever contacts Dante again, she dies. Vittoria finished. We'll make sure of it. Antonio nodded. Get her out of my sight. Marco grabbed my arm. Started leading me out. I didn't look back. Couldn't. If I did, I'd break. At the door, Dante's voice. Lucia. I stopped. Don't. I'm sorry. Don't. I love you. I turned. One last look. No, you don't. And I don't love you either. The final lie. The one that set him free. Goodbye, Dante. I walked out. Into the night. Into nothing. But alive. And free. 6 months later. Invisible. Was thriving. Line out the door every morning. Reviews calling it the best patisserie in Brooklyn. Investors approaching with offers to expand. I said no to all of them. This was mine. Small. Perfect. Enough. I was happy. Not the explosive happiness of those 5 weeks with Dante. But something steadier. Real. The happiness of building something. Of choosing myself. Of being enough. One morning, a man in a suit came in. Lucia Santoro? My blood went cold. Marchesi? Legal papers? He said, reading my face. Not that kind of trouble. He handed me an envelope. Divorce papers. Sofia Marchesi Corvino and Dante Corvino. Decree of dissolution. Finalized yesterday. Why are you showing me this? I'm not. I'm delivering this. Another envelope. Smaller. His handwriting. The lawyer left. I opened the letter. Lucia. Sophia and I are divorced. We lasted 6 months. She knew, the whole time she knew, that I loved someone else. She deserves better. She filed. I didn't fight it. The families are adjusting. The alliance holds. Barely. But I'm free. Or as free as I can be. I'm not asking you to come back. I'm not asking for forgiveness. I just needed you to know. You saved my life that night. At the sit down. Not just physically, but you gave me permission to live with my choice. And eventually, to make a different one. I don't expect to see you again, but I hope you're happy. I hope you found whatever you were looking for. Thank you for everything. For 5 weeks of being real. For the rest of my life. I'll remember. You chose yourself, and that taught me I could too. I folded the letter, put it in my apron pocket, went back to work. 3 days later, morning prep, 5 a.m. I was testing a new recipe. Chocolate, orange, sea salt. Our cake, the one that started everything. The door opened. We're not open yet. I turned, and there he was. Dante Corvino. No suit. Jeans. Sweater. Normal. Looking tired. Older. But alive. We stared at each other. You got my letter, he said. I did. And I'm happy for you. About the divorce, he nodded. Thank you. Silence. The cake timer beeped. I turned, pulled it from the oven. Perfect. He came closer. You're still making it. It's our best seller. Can I cut him a piece. He took a bite, closed his eyes. Still perfect. Thanks. He set down the fork. I'm not here to ask you back. I know. I'm not here to beg or plead or... I know, Dante. He looked at me. I'm here because 6 months ago, you saved my life. You lied to the Marcheses. Sacrificed yourself to protect me. It was the right thing to do. It was the bravest thing anyone's ever done for me. My throat tightened, and I've spent 6 months trying to become someone worthy of that sacrifice. You don't need to. Let me finish. Please? I nodded. I filed for divorce because Sophia deserved better. Because the alliance didn't need a marriage anymore. We'd proven we could work together. That's good. And because I couldn't spend one more day pretending I was over you. I gripped the counter. I'm not over you, he continued. I don't know if I ever will be, but I'm not here to make that your problem. Then why are you here? He reached into his pocket, pulled out a business card, set it on the counter. I'm opening a restaurant in Manhattan. High-end Italian. I need a pastry chef. I stared at the card. You're offering me a job? I'm offering you a partnership. 50-50 ownership. Your vision. Your kitchen. Complete creative control. Dante, I know what you're thinking. And you're right. Working together would be complicated. Maybe impossible. So why offer? Because 6 months ago you taught me something. You chose yourself, your dream, your life. Even when it hurt. He pushed the card closer. I'm not asking you to choose me. I'm asking you to choose your dream. And if that dream happens to intersect with mine, we'll figure it out. I picked up the card. Corvino and Santoro, partners in culinary excellence. My name. With his, equal. I don't know if I can work with you, I said honestly. I don't either. It might be a disaster. Probably. I might say no. That's your right. I looked at him. Really looked at him. This man who'd broken my heart, who'd sacrificed everything for duty, who'd learned, finally, to choose himself, who was now asking me, not to be his lover, not to be his secret, but to be his partner, equal, respected, seen. I need time to think about it. Take all the time you need. He turned to leave. Dante, he stopped. Thank you for not asking me to come back. Thank you for showing me how to move forward. He walked to the door, hand on the handle. For what it's worth, he said without turning. I'm glad you chose yourself. You deserve that patisserie, that success, that happiness. So, do you? He looked back, smiled, sad, but real. Maybe someday I'll believe that. You will. I did. He left. I stood in my kitchen, holding his card, and I realized I didn't know what would happen next. Maybe I'd take the partnership. Maybe I wouldn't. Maybe, eventually, we'd find our way back to each other. Maybe we wouldn't. But for the first time in my life, I knew I'd be okay either way, because I wasn't invisible anymore. I wasn't hiding. I wasn't waiting to be chosen. I was choosing. Every day. My life. My dream. My terms. And if love came again, with him or someone else, or no one at all, it would be because I wanted it. Not because I needed it. Not because I needed to be seen. But because I already saw myself, and I was enough.